How long does a car accident settlement in Louisiana really take after all parties agree?
Let's talk about the claims process and resolving a claim. Depending upon the state, there are minimum insurance policy limits. In Louisiana, the minimum is $15,000. In Texas, the minimum is $25,000, and it varies across states. 15, 25, 30, it depends. Generally speaking, if you go to a doctor for anywhere from 3 to 6 months, your case will have value that will meet the minimum insurance policy limits. And when that happens, your attorney should send a demand to the insurance company saying, we want you to pay out the full policy limits. What we do at my firm is we go out in the beginning and we try to determine through a bunch of different resources we have what those policy limits are. Because what we don't want to have happen is we don't want you to go to the doctor too much to the point that all of your money gets paid to the lawyers and the doctors because you're the one that got hurt. The more information we can have, the better positioned we are. And what we want to do is make sure we put some money in your pocket for all of the inconvenience, the pain and suffering, the discomfort that you've experienced. We'll track your case. We'll see where the medical bills are. And we'll tell you, hey, I think your case is ready to be resolved at this point. Or if there's a substantial amount of insurance, we wait for you to be done treating and say, okay, now we can make a demand. Or if the deadline is running out, if we get to that 2-year point and it's time to file a lawsuit and you're not better yet, we say, hey, we have to file this lawsuit so that we can protect your interests. It'll move along with your treatment. So your treatment will be ongoing, but so will the case. And we wait and see whether, a resolution of the case comes up first. And if it does before you're better, we'll talk to your doctors. We'll figure out, is there future medical treatment that they anticipate? And we'll budget that into whatever demand we send so that your future medical expenses are accounted for. Again, so you're not coming out of pocket when your case is resolved to fix what somebody else did to you. In the pre-litigation process, we can settle your claim anywhere from day 1 all the way up to right before 2 years without ever having to file a lawsuit. And even when a lawsuit is filed, there is always an opportunity to settle your case all the way through. Trust me, nobody wants to be fighting when we can get to a resolution. Sometimes it takes some fighting or some information gathering in order to get to that middle ground, but it's in everybody's best interest to get to that middle ground as soon as we can, whenever that is. In terms of getting to a settlement and then putting money back in your pocket, when a settlement is reached, the insurance company has 30 days to make a payment to you. So the settlement is reached, depending upon the language of the settlement, it might require that we get some documents signed to dismiss the case or dismiss the claim, to sign some releases which say you're not going to sue the insurance company again or the other driver again. That's a formality, but either the signing of the documents or the actual agreement to settle verbally is going to trigger that waiting period. When the money gets sent to us, it gets sent to the lawyer, and usually it has the lawyer's name, the law firm's name, and the client's name. So that check needs to get signed by both parties and then put in a lawyer's trust account. And that trust account is highly, highly, highly regulated. The banks see it. The state bar can see it. So the worst thing you can do as a lawyer is mess around with your trust account and with other clients' money. We take it very seriously. We take our clients' money, it goes into the trust account. It does not come out of the trust account until a spreadsheet is prepared. We call it a settlement statement. It gets shown to the client. The client looks at it and says, okay, I see where all of the money went in my case. Did it go to pay for certain case expenses like a police report or a lawsuit getting filed? Did it go to pay the lawyer his fees? Did it go to pay certain doctors or certain medical facilities? It's all itemized for you. You look at it, make sure everything checks out, you sign, and usually at the same time or shortly thereafter, you are getting your money, whether it's a handwritten check. We send our money to our clients electronically in a variety of different ways. Our job is to make the process easy and as convenient for our clients as possible. Depending upon what you prefer, you could have money any which way, as long as we can accommodate it. So you're really looking at 30 days, let's say another week to 2 weeks for the check to clear once it's signed, just days after that. So from settlement to closure, 60 days is what you can expect. If you went to a facility that you paid for through health insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, TRICARE, some of these other government or private insurers, there may be liens And medical liens can take time because you're dealing with big companies or government entities and their bureaucracy. We try to start dealing with liens from the first day that we know they exist. So if we know you came to us on day 2 and you said, I went to a hospital and I paid with my Medicaid, we will start inquiring of all the different entities that work with Medicaid and may have paid for that treatment and figure out what do you owe back to Medicaid. Because even though you have health insurance, your health insurance is not supposed to be paying for treatment that you underwent because of someone else's fault and when there's someone else to pay. So in this scenario, the other driver's car insurance is responsible for that. And your health insurance is going to want to be reimbursed. What we do is figure out, well, how much did they pay? And we try to negotiate that number down, because if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't have any money coming back to them. So we say to them, look, we should get something for the fact that we chased after your money and got it back for you. So we request discounts on behalf of our clients. And frankly, that money goes right back in their pockets. We don't see any of that discount. It's dollar for dollar back to the client. It's just a service we provide in an effort to put as much money back in the injured person, our client's pocket. The liens are the only thing that sometimes can slow down this process. It's no different at our firm than anywhere else. We are beholden to the whims of Medicare, Medicaid. We have contacts there. And again, we try to get out ahead of it. We use different vendors who have long-standing contacts because we know that's the last thing you want holding up your money getting into your bank account or into your pocket. So we try to get ahead of that.